You are on the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView, and in today's video, we will be breaking down a pair both from a technical and an order flow perspective to understand where are the best probabilities for a trading opportunity on the pair to obviously be capitalizing on it. So the video will be both very educational and practical, so without further ado, let's get straight in it. Okay, so let's make a full breakdown of the situation that we currently have on XRP. Let's make an XRP prediction video to see where we can be looking for the next opportunity on it, because it's definitely time for an update considering the new releases, the new fundamentals that we have now on Ripple with the SEC case and everything going around it. Now, as usual, I will keep this analysis as educational as possible. So first, we will be speaking about the technical side of this market. We will then go and see what we have from an order flow perspective, specifically on the BTC, to see what hedge funds are doing on it, since they obviously correlate. And by the end of the video, you will know exactly what kind of opportunities we can be looking for on the pair. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, there is one very important thing that we must notice. Now, the way in which the market has been moving is, first, the market created this W formation. Now, after a W formation, generally speaking, you want to see the market create a move to the downside to go and complete the pattern at the previous resistance, now turn support, and then from the previous resistance turn support, you want to see the market create a continuation to the upside, basically to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside, rejecting this new support area. And that is exactly what the market did. After creating this W formation, the market created the move to the downside, went and tested exactly the support that we have at this area, and created the continuation to the upside, printing the higher high that we wanted to see. And in fact, I had spoken about XRP USD when the market was here, explaining all the reasons for which we wanted to see this move to the upside. And that is in fact exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link this previous analysis in the description so you can go and check it out for further reference and more free education. Now, on the monthly, we have the massive impulse to the upside and a very strong rejection to the downside. And if we go down on the weekly, what we can see? We can see that from a weekly perspective, we had this very strong accumulation phase before the massive move to the upside. And during this accumulation here, exactly here, this is where I made the full breakdown explaining why we wanted to see the move to the upside. After the impulse, we said we want to see a retracement. And that is in fact exactly what the market did, in a very strong way. And currently we can see that in creating this move to the downside, the market is creating a new pattern, which is an M formation. In fact, we have this move to the upside, retracement, move back up, and move back down. Now this is an M pattern. Now after an M pattern, what you expect is for the market to create a move to the upside. Specifically, you would like to see the market make the move to the upside to go and complete the pattern at the previous support, now turned resistance. So what we expect is for the market to create a move to the upside to go and complete this M formation, at least at this area here, which is exactly the previous support, turn resistance, so the neckline of the M formation, which is the completion zone of the pattern. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now on the daily, we had spoken about XRP USD a few times as well. We spoke about it when the market was here. I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which first we wanted to see the break to the downside, then retracement and continuation to the downside. And that is in fact exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link also this previous analysis in the description together with the one where I explain all the reasons for which from here we wanted to see this move to the upside. And then we spoke about XRP USD as well when the market was creating this candle here. And we said, if the market will break above this structure, then this previous resistance will be turned support. And if the market will create a retracement to retest this support, inside of here, if we will see bullish price action from a 4-hour perspective, we can be looking for a continuation to the upside. However, what happened when the market reached the support? When the market reached the support, everything remained bearish all the time. There was absolutely no sign of any kind of bullish price action. The structure of the market remained bearish all the time. The momentum of the market remained bearish all the time. So obviously with students, we didn't execute any kind of positions. And then we had the news coming out of the lawsuit, and the market just plummeted to the downside. So unfortunately, there was no opportunity from our last analysis on Ripple. But now, what do we have? Just a quick reminder, make sure you comment below and you let me know which pairs or topics you would like me to cover or analyze in the next videos. Now we have the possibility to be looking for another situation on which we can be looking to capitalize on XRP USD. Specifically, as we have already seen on the weekly, we have a market which has an M formation from which we expect the market to create a move to the upside. Specifically, we would like to see the market create a move to the upside to go and complete the pattern at this previous support, now turn resistance. Now, generally speaking, if you have an impulse in the market and you want to measure the correction, then what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. Now, if you take your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse, what we can see is that we have the 0.32 of the Fibonacci taken on this impulse, which is exactly at this area here, which is the first target to the upside that we can be aiming for just below the neckline of the M formation. So we have a first upside target, which is this level here, unless the market obviously creates a move lower, because in that case, we have to adjust our Fibonacci on the impulse. Now, if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, when it comes to BTC USD, hedge funds create a lot of hedging on it. Plus, in this specific case, we have a lot of fundamentals involved. So we cannot get anything very interesting if we check the COT data for BTC USD specifically, if we're looking for information on what hedge funds are doing on Ripple, because what we see here is, yes, a little bit of net positions increased, but simply because we're having more shorts getting closed than longs from an institutional perspective. And we currently have 6.4K longs and 9.3K shorts, a lot of hedging going on from an institutional perspective. So no clear indications that we can be taking for Ripple by looking at BTC USD from a COT perspective. So what we are left for are the technicals and fundamentals, obviously, that we currently have on Ripple. Now, as usual, monthly, weekly, and daily are the best time frames for the direction of the market. And we have just already identified an upside target that we can be looking to target from a directional perspective. But as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. And as I was just saying, the monthly, weekly, and daily are the best time frames for the direction. But when it comes to confirmations and entries and actually being reactive and not predictive, the best time frame is the 4 hours. And at the moment on the 4 hours, we can see that everything is absolutely still bearish. And until everything will remain bearish as it is right now, the market will easily create the continuation to the downside. And until the market will remain bearish like this, we obviously will not be looking for any kind of longing opportunities, because we would be longing a 4-hour bearish market, which is never a good idea. So what we will be waiting for with students is monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective during this move to the downside. And we will be waiting for the market to shift from a 4-hour bearish market as we have right now to a 4-hour bullish market. And when the market will shift from a 4-hour bearish to a 4-hour bullish market, at that point we will be adding XRP USD to our watch list. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a very good probability and very good risk to reward at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to retrace at least to the 0.32 of the Fibonacci taken on the daily impulse. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis, education, and updates for all of you. You can also go and check out the mentorship program. You find the link in the description. It's a very complete program. You first learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies, and then you trade them live with me. Every single day you get a new daily market breakdown showing you exactly how to apply the strategies with entries, stops, take profits, as well as having me answering all your questions every single day. So I really suggest that you go and check it out, and I will see you in. The link is in the description.